So one little tidbit of information, because typically you won't want to go to start an SSH session, go to the folder for Apache, start it up, and then sign out. And most cases you're going to have something scheduled. You may want to be able to start and stop from IBMI itself. So I'm going to stop this for a second. And we're going to go back to our installation. Says it can't be reached, so that means it's stopped. We are going to just take a look real quickly as how you can start this up in with a CL command, which is probably the more common way to get things going. So we're going to jump back over to RDP in this case, and I've got a little CL program to start this guy up. Now this is on my 7.2 partition, and so we'll have to change some of this in order for it to work on the 7.4 partition. So we'll go through that step. We're just basically going to copy and paste that, make some changes, and we can also end the session just like I did using the Catalina shell stop. So we'll just do a quick and dirty CL program to start and stop the IBMI Tomcat session from the command line. So the way we're going to go about this is I've got basically my 7.2 partition and my 7.4 partition here in RDP. We're just going to do a copy and paste of what's over there in the 7.2 partition. You'll notice that I've called them cleverly, start Tomcat 8, end Tomcat 8. In this case, we're going to go to 9. So we can do it in one of two ways. I could either just drag and drop these guys, copy them directly in, or we can just create them from scratch. So let's go ahead and do that. New member in CL source. We're going to do a str Tomcat 9. It's going to be a CLP and start Tomcat 9. Finish that. And while we're at it, we can add another new member for ending. Tomcat CLP. And so let's do the cheap way and the dangerous way as usual. We'll just go ahead and copy this, copy. And if you remember correctly, our folder here was actually, let's see here, if we prompt, go ahead and prompt up. And we really want to change this here. We want opt Apache. Tomcat. So we don't have to watch me do this whole thing. You guys are probably better programmers than I am. So let me just finish up these parameters. And that's basically it. That's how we want to start it. Say OK. And you can see that this is the Catalina start shell command. And actually, let me change this. Tomcat 9.0.30, just so we know. Go ahead and save that guy. Save. And then on the end, Tomcat, let's go ahead and copy this. Copy that guy in. And again, need to change this, the parameter for the actual command that's going to be executed. So we have the right path here because now we're over on the 7.4 side. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Change this to 9.0.30. And you can call these, whatever you want. But, so there we go. Good to go. Should be able to save this. And then on this guy, we just go ahead and compile. And go ahead and compile this guy. Okay, both of them are good to go. So we should be able to, okay, so we know that it's not currently running. So again, we'll have just a basic smoke test to see whether or not we're successful in running our CL commands. So both of those would have compiled into QGPL. And so QGPL is in my library list. So I should be able to call those programs and see if we're successful in, so it's str Tomcat. And if I could spell Tomcat 9. And it says that it's been requested. Startup may take a full minute. Probably won't take nearly that long. But again, we won't know for sure. We could just do a quick check with Netstat here, see if we're successful, or we could just go to the web page itself and take a gander at it too. But there we go. We got this guy's running, and if we jump over, see if he's running here. Sure enough, and we can also test to see if our end Tomcat is working. So let's go ahead and retrieve that command, end it here. Go ahead and end Tomcat 9. Should be able to take a look at our connections, see if 8080 is still running, and it isn't. And we can just double check our website, see if that dude's running. He is not. And there you go. There you go. So anyway, that's the basics of actually invoking a Tomcat on IBM through a CL program. So we don't have to go to the shell to get it started every time. So happy programming.